Hello friends, I'm super excited because I'm about to share one of my favorite manifestation tools that keeps me motivated and helps me to hold the vision amongst the way even when the path is not super clear, but I can stick to my vision and I can keep myself motivated and doing on a day-to-day all these little steps to get where I want to be and to feel healthy and happy. So this is called the Kaleidoscope or the Mind Movie that it's by Joe Dispenza. I first learned about it in this book, which is really cool, Becoming Supernatural. It took time to read it. I made a lot of notes and I reached a point that it's the chapter about the Mind Movie / Kaleidoscope. Actually, I make some notes here. And it was the first time that I was learning about what was this about. And I got really interested in this, and then I started to look for Joe Dispenza's retreats and what happens in his retreats, because he meditates for hours and then he also uses this tool. It's kind of I would describe it as a life trailer, as a future life trailer, like what is happening, what is going to happen in your life, and something that every time you watch it, it gets you super excited. And not excited in a way like, oh, excited one day it's going to happen super far from today. No, it's like an excitement of really I can feel it in my body. And before going to the actual tutorial, because I will teach you how to create yours, I want to just read quickly some of the points of what can you achieve doing this. So it says, the goals of this personalized media presentation include, so Mind Movie, helping students get clear on the intention they want to create in the future, programming their conscious mind as well as their unconscious mind into that future, changing the brain and body to biologically look like the future has already happened, repeatedly associating those pictures and images with music to create new neural networks in the brain to emotionally recondition your body to a new mind. This is so beautiful. This is also a nice healing tool. So yeah, I really recommend the book, by the way. So let's get into the actual movie making. And you will need Canva, and you will need a Canva for free. Okay, you have more access to more videos if you have the paid version, the premium version. At this point I have the free one, but we will do it with what we have now, and then if you want to upgrade, that's fine too. And we will also use the audio library from YouTube. This is also completely free. So yeah, it's called the audio library. Okay, the first thing is that we will go to your Canva and type in video, just like this, and we will create a blank video. So just like this, okay? And from here, what Joe recommends is to gather bits and pieces of scenes like a movie and put them together. This is like a moving vision board, okay? So what we will do is to use some keywords of something that you want to see happen in your life, or something that you want to keep on happening in your life, right? If you have already a life that you love, but you want to keep this or to grow that, then you can use those keywords. In my case, I have some keywords here that I will look for. So we will go to elements, and then we will look for your keywords. So my Mind Movie is gonna be totally different than yours, okay? It's super personal. And what I will first look for, it's workout, okay? And we need to click on videos, so like this. And from here, the ones that have the little crown are pro. If you want to upgrade, up to you. I will use the free ones for the sake of this exercise, and I will add some imagery. I will start adding imagery, okay? Here what is really important is that you choose something that really inspires you and that really connects with you. I'm gonna give this example. Whenever I create my mind movie, because this is not the first one I create. I created another one already. I started gathering videos of events that I liked, and I realized that I didn't connect that much. And I noticed that I didn't connect that much because the person who were in those specific videos that I chose were completely different than I was. So it was probably someone super blonde or a man, or right. So this is not about, dividing and segmenting, no, but this is about, let's see someone or look for someone who you can identify more or less, right? So if I see, for example, this lady who is also brunette and who wears the kind of clothes that I like, I will choose her, right? Or probably I will choose her. So maybe, so like we are browner, so maybe you want to choose someone more or less. You are not gonna find someone exactly like you, but you might want to find someone who is not completely different, okay? So you identify yourself. The point of the whole exercise is every time you watch it, you feel connected to it somehow. It shouldn't feel like, it's super far from me. No, it's something like, I can feel it, it's coming, right? Or it's inside of me already. So what I would do here is to add her here, and I recommend to leave just like 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. So how you crop, you put your the mouse here, I don't know what's the name of it, and then you make it smaller, maybe just like, I will leave like 7 seconds, right? So I will leave this, maybe you can check how it is. I also want to crop this a little bit. So yeah, okay, so for me this is really, really enjoyable because I love stretching, I love the hair clothes, and I also like the background, right? Then something else that I want to see, for me this represents health in my life, health, taking care of my body, stretching, etc. Another part that I love, it's like the intellectual part. So I will look something for like brainstorm, okay? And this is something that I really like. If I see like these post-its and like theme, I really like. And actually this is something that I love, but it's also something that I want to see happening, that it's not today, because at this point I'm only working by myself, but my vision from the next 6 to 12 months is to have a team. And I would love to have a team to create things together, to brainstorm together. So I will add some of these, maybe one, let me look for it. Again, you can check it and see if you identify. In my case, probably this looks a little bit too corporate for me, so I don't necessarily enjoy that. I mean, I worked for corporate for many years, but I don't necessarily enjoy that now. For example, this, it's actually really, really cool, the way they are dressing and the vibe they have, but I don't really connect because I don't identify myself with them, as I identify myself as a woman and they are men from what I can see. So, it's also about looking for it until we find one. So I will choose this one, and actually we can drag it and drop it here as a new one, so we don't want to overlap with this. And we can, again, just make it shorter. Replay, yeah. Another keyword that I wrote here is coffee shop. I personally love coffee, and one of the biggest parts of traveling for me is discovering coffee shops. I really love it. I live in Europe, and here there are so many nice coffee shops, and I could spend there half a day. Like, I would go to Lisbon with a coffee, with a book, and sit down and journal for like hours. I usually do that in every place that I go. So maybe I will find something related to coffee. Maybe, this is Also, I discovered that this video has some music, so we can silence it with this little speaker volume of all videos on page and then 0, because we will add music later on. Okay, and then another one, it's first I looked for Tulum because I want to visit my family who are living close to Tulum, but yeah, I found this one that it's better, beach. And then so you drag it and drop it here. And then also you can add videos of yours. So if you have some videos of you doing something you love, like yoga or whatever you want, or you are walking with your partner or you are hugging your partner, you can also add them here. Remember, this is a moving vision board. I've read and I've seen that some people add kaleidoscope, the actual kaleidoscope, at the beginning and at the end of their video. And I still don't know exactly how to explain why. From what I understand, Joe Dispenza recommends that because that will bring you, kind of prepare you into a more 3D, trippy world, like to live a little bit this reality of like logic and like what I can see and what I can touch, and this is what it is. So it kind of brings you a little bit out of this rigidity if you watch it for some seconds at the beginning. This is my understanding. I don't know if that's right. So, you start to kind of disconnect from where you are now. Like maybe you are working one day and then you want to really just watch your mind movie and connect with that vision and take some distance from what you are facing in that moment, right? So that's my understanding. If you want to try it, then you can add it at the beginning and at the end. So for example, this, or any kaleidoscope that gets your attention, maybe you like other colors, and then you can also add it at the end. Now we can start it. Watch this movie. As I see it, it's really motivating for me, like teamwork, health, morning routines, being on the seaside, like this. And then what I would do, what is also really important, is to add the music. And the music shall be something that really motivates you or that really connects you with that vision. For the sake of commercial usage and royalty-free music, I use the audio library of YouTube. And I already downloaded some of my favorites, but you can go here, and here on the search of filter, then you can just type like inspiration, and then you can start checking what's available. And every song here, it's free of use. So you can use it if you want to upload it to your own YouTube or for whichever use you want. Then you can download it here, just click download. And then once you download, I'm not gonna go through all the songs, I leave it up to you, but I will share with you which one is mine. Which is on the YouTube Music. I really like this going to the space type of music, so like interstellar type of music. So I found this, it's called Growing Space. You can also use it if you want. I found it on the audio library, and I will just drag and drop it on Canva. I already added it here, so I will just click on it, and you can set the mouse wherever you want to add this song, so you can just click on it and let's try it. I really like it. And at the end, also Joe recommends to add some affirmations or some words in the video, okay? This is totally up to you. I'm trying to find where the affirmations are. Yeah, so I made here some notes. It's called, he said, you can add words of affirmation or knowing to the mind movie that remind you of who you are and what you believe about your future. You could even add a timeline if you want to. Some examples would include: my body is healing every day. My words are low. Wealth flows to me. My body becomes younger every day. I am an unlimited genius. I believe in myself. I embrace the unknown. And much more. If they encourage you and it's something that you want to embody, you can add some. So you can add some text here. I am a source of inspiration. I like this one. Inspiration. So yeah. Okay. And really you can... And then once you have all these words or affirmations, you can click on share, download, and a MP4, that's a video, you can download it. Okay friends, I'm back. I had technical issues, but long story short, once you export it from Canva on MP4, you can check on your downloads. It should be there. It takes from 5 to 10 minutes, I would say, depending on how many videos you added. So once you have it, you can watch it. I would recommend start by watching it twice a day, so in the morning and in the night. So you reconnect with that vision, with that movie. I started using it twice a day, and after some time, it got really clear and I really absorbed it. So at some point it was just in me. Every time I would just close my eyes, I would reconnect automatically with it without the need of watching it again and again. But if you're starting, then you can do it every day, or you can also do it whenever you feel like you are disconnected from it, demotivated, or you need this boost of inspiration. It's when you watch it. And also it's really important to keep on updating it if you need. So at some point probably you will feel like in a couple of months that some parts might not be connecting with you as they did before. So feel free to always go back to your file on Canva and remove the bits that don't feel really authentic anymore, or you don't feel that connected with it anymore. You can do it. Or you can replace them with new imagery, or you can just remove them. I will give you some examples. Sometimes we think we know that we want. Sometimes we think we know what we want, and many times it's influenced by others. So imagine that everyone is telling you, oh, you should get a master's degree, and then probably you are like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to want, and then maybe you added some imagery from someone graduating or someone in school, and with the time you realize that when you watch this movie there is something off, and then that's it, and you are maybe like, maybe I don't want to actually make a master, maybe that was someone else's dream, right? An expectation on me. So maybe you remove these pieces that with the time you realize that your path is different, that you don't connect with that anymore. Feel always free to remove, to upgrade, to change. I usually revise it every 3 or 6 months. And yeah, normally I would have my mind movie for a year or for 6 months. But if something is like off, then I would replace it or remove it. Okay, so the sense that we want to cause every time that we watch that movie is a sense of motivation, connection, energy, happiness, openness, expansion. It's not about feeling anxious. It's not about feeling behind. It's not about feeling disconnected. No, that's what we don't want to cause in this mind movie. So just watch out for that. I hope this is useful. And let me know if you created your mind movie. Please share it. or in the comments your experience with creating it, with watching it, what is causing on your body. And also I will share my final movie here as part of the final part of the video. Feel free to watch it. Maybe I will edit some parts and I will add something or remove some other things. And yeah, I hope that you will enjoy it. Thank you for watching.